What's up, everyone? Vincent Dubs here from Krazy Strain.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Sesh. Today, we have our homie Adam Ramey in the house from Dropout Kings.
What up?
Hell yeah, man. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man.
Of course, of course. So right now, are you guys currently taking a break from tour?
Yeah. We got a show December 3rd at Soma in San Diego, and then we got another one at the Marquee here in Phoenix on the 4th of December.
Okay, hell yeah. You guys just taking a small break for like the holidays, essentially?
Yeah, we're working on a new track, and then pretty much like come next year, we're just gonna hit the ground running and go back and tour a lot.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, just wanted to talk to you a little bit. So you guys dropped your Glitch Gang album during the pretty much right when the pandemic started hitting.
Yeah.
So what was that experience kind of like for you? Did you see any kind of benefits or any negative impact from releasing during the pandemic?
You know, it had its pros and cons. I would say one pro was like for the first time in the industry, like the playing field kind of got leveled. So like it didn't matter how big or small your project is, you're like all going through the same obstacles, you know?
For sure.
So, you know, that really helped a lot. And I feel like, you know, people were online a lot more at the time. So
Definitely.
Yeah.
luckily I had like a good marketing background. So like I really leveraged that. And I honestly think, I mean, to me, that's when the band started breaking, you know, was like in the pandemic, you know, like way more people
for sure.
do it. You know, so like I think it worked out well. And you know, the negatives were like we didn't really get to tour much. I mean, at all that year.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Stuck in home.
Yeah, so like having a record out that you can't tour off of was a bad thing. But you know, like numbers wise it did great, and you know, it did its thing. But you know, whenever we got on Suburban Noise and then they kind of bought that record from they bought it from Stay Sick, and then
For
we
sure.
dropped it on Suburban, and then we, you know, did a whole run of that album. So then I felt like it really got
Really good.
like a second wind, a second position. Yeah,
For sure.
I feel like it really
Get that
helped
full
us.
album experience with the tour and
I
everything
feel like it
that.
really needed that, you know.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah.
But yeah, on that re-release, so you guys re-released it with Suburban Noise with a new track, I Ain't Depressed. So talk to me a little
Right,
bit about
yeah.
like, did you guys write that specifically for the re-release, or did you guys have that already in hand, or?
No, that was already out for a while. I Ain't Depressed was, and then when we dropped it again, the album, we just added that track onto there as well.
Gotcha.
Like you know, another addition.
Hell yeah.
All right on. And as for you saying you signed on to Suburban, have there been any like better benefits from with them than other companies, or is it kind of like the same?
Yeah, you know, like those guys, like when they say something, they like do it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I like respect that quality a lot in a label, and
Hell yeah.
I mean Kevin, the guy that pretty much like runs it, like he's a beast. You know, like he's helped us so much, and I mean he's been in the game for a while, and he's got a lot of connections, and you know he really has shown us a lot, and like just how to exist in this world. You know,
For sure.
But you know, like I mean, they did a huge radio campaign with us, and you know, they've opened a lot of doors for festivals and you know things like that.
Okay.
So
Right.
and the second we started working with them, you know, the numbers started going up, and you know,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a trajectory on the band, and it was
Mhm.
it was fun. You know, like that's the most important thing for me. The second it's not being fun, I'm like, all right, I'm over it. You know,
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. That's one thing that I have really noticed, especially with like Suburban Noises artists. You guys all kind of seem like a family. Like you guys all kind of
Yeah.
do shit together, tour together, all fucking hyping each other up, which I thought was really fucking cool. Like I see Chucky Chuck always posting your guys' stuff. We had homie on the podcast.
Yeah, Chucky Chuck's the dude, man. I love that guy.
Hell yeah, dude. He's such fucking awesome personality, man.
Yeah,
So
he's a
all over
really
the place. It's awesome.
yeah, he's a really cool person. I love that guy.
Hell yeah, dude. But talking about Dropout Kings a little bit there. So how did you guys kind of form together and like what was that like? Did you guys previously know each other or did you all kind of meet through Dropout Kings?
So like it's weird because it kind of started from the tail end of another band that I was in, called the Bad Chapter. And
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, and so basically there's a few people in Dropout. So there's Stage, and then our original drummer Trevor, and then Rob, our guitarist. And
Okay.
so like we were all in that band, and then it kind of started like it just kind of started falling apart. So then I was like, I want to stay busy. So I started doing YouTube covers, and I was like, I want to do a Linkin Park cover. And then I was like, I want a rapper to actually do like Mike Shinoda's parts.
For
And
sure.
so I was just online, and then I was like scrolling through my timeline, and a video from my friend in high school that he filmed was like popped up, and it was like an AC Underdog cipher, so it was like four different rappers just spitting like a
Oh shit.
16
Hell yeah.
on,
Hell yeah.
you know, like, and I clicked on it and I saw Eddie. He was like the second or third one. I'm like, yo, this guy is sick. Like, I like this guy. I want to hit him up. So I
Oh
figured
fuck
out who
yeah.
he was, hit him up, and then his manager responded, who's actually our manager now. And then was like, yeah, he's down to do the cover. And so like then we linked up, did the cover, and then yeah, we just kind of hit it off, and then like we put out the video, and it did really well on YouTube, and I was like, dude, let's just make a band out of this, and then we did, and then I brought in first it was just me and him, and then I brought in a lot of the dudes from the Bad Chapter, so like Stage, I brought in
Right.
Rob, I brought in Trevor, the drummer, and then me. So we have another guy too, Chucky, but he's from like another local band I was in called Collectors. So like we've all
Okay.
been friends for like years, you know. But then our drummer, like he decided to go a separate way because he's like a dog groomer, and he like super into that, and he like has a lot of success with that. So he was just like, I just want to do this, like the touring thing's too hard. And then we picked up Joe, ironically, because he did like a cover of one of our songs on on Instagram, and our old drummer
Oh,
actually
hell yeah.
he commented on it, was saying like, he's like, this is sick, blah blah, and then we wound up just picking him up. So yeah, and then I mean, when Joe got in the band, it was like he's been in the band the whole freaking time, you know. I mean,
Right.
he fit right in. It was weird, but yeah, and then that's pretty much, you know, the story of that.
Hell yeah. And then how did you guys come up with the name itself?
Yeah, so
'Cause-
that's an interesting one too. Originally it was called Phoenix Down because like it was a Final Fantasy reference. I'm like super
Oh
into
yeah.
fantasy, but
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
from
Okay.
Phoenix too. You know what I mean?
For
So
sure.
I like
It kind of worked out.
yeah. So then we were rocking that name for a bit, and then we got signed to Napalm Records, and when we were working through the deal, they're like, hey, there's this other band that is called Phoenix Down, and they're like really small, like hadn't put anything out in like 4 years.
Gotcha, gotcha.
We didn't know like legally what they had, blah blah blah. And so they're like, honestly, just think of a new name. And we were like, damn, I really don't want to, but okay. And then so we were dabbling with we like had tons of different combinations and tons of ideas, and it was like a nightmare. And so then we came up with Dropout Season, and then the label was like, okay, we were like landing on that, and then the label was like, well, what about Dropout Kings?
Uh-huh.
And we were like, well, I think it was the A&R more so than the label. It was the A&R
Got you.
that found us.
Okay.
Yeah, his name was Dimitri, but he was like, "What about Dropout Kings?" And then he's like, "I was talking to the label, and they're like, this would be they think it's a good name." And then at first, they're like, just, you know, at first we resisted it. We were like, we hated it, you know,
Right.
like, fuck no, you know, like we just weren't about it. And then they're like, just trust us, you know, like I think it could really be something. And then we were like, all right, fuck it, like we're trusting you on this, you know.
For sure, for sure.
And we just went with it. And then now, I mean, now I can't imagine it any other way. You know, like now we love it, you know, but
Right.
it took a while to get used. It just changes hard, you know, especially when you're already. And then it was hard because we were still new, and I'm like, damn, like we're gonna have to get all of our fans to like, you know, figure out where this band. Yeah,
Right.
so,
Like starting over all over again.
Yeah,
We don't want to
I
do that.
feel it, dude. That's
Yeah.
one thing too that I noticed because like when I was in high school and shit, living in Arizona, there's tons of fucking local bands and shit. You know what I mean? So like my band, other homies' bands and shit. I remember that always being like the funniest shit. The name that we always settled with was always one that we fucking hated at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then just we were like, nah, I fucking love it now, dude. It's crazy how it just fucking
weird.
sticks with you later on.
I know, it's weird, but I'm kind of like that too. I always hate everything that I really love after the fact. Like I'll hate it at first, and then I like, you know, getting exposed to it a few times or whatever. I'm like, this is my shit, you know. Like,
Nah, dude, I can relate to that like 100% for sure.
And then with your music, of course, when I hear it, I hear so many different type of genres all mixed, just with rap and metal itself.
For
Like,
sure.
what bands or artists influenced you to make the type of music that you do now?
You know, like I know for Eddie it would be like Lupe Fiasco. I know like that's a big influence for him. I mean like System of a Down for me, Linkin Park, Rage Against the Machine, you know, like Cypress Hill, Papa Roach, you know, Limp Bizkit, you know, like a bunch of new metal shit. I was kind of weird because like I liked rap equally as much as I liked rock. So like I
feel
was
it.
Fucking with both, you know what I mean?
Right.
I dabble in between, but I mean, I'm influenced by so many things, you know, like even from, like Phil Collins and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
gotta get down on some Phil Collins, bro.
Yeah, I was always exposed to like a wide variety of stuff, and I usually would, you know, I liked a lot of things, but
For sure.
yeah, you know, I would say as far as like the new metal shit, you know, like all of those bands. I mean, Slipknot, that was like the first concert I ever went to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, man. And then this year too, what was it? A couple weeks ago, I seen you guys posted up that you got nominated for Grammy for Best New Artist.
Hey.
That shit is fucking insane.
Crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. It's actually consideration to be nominated, though.
Consideration to be nominated. Got you.
We're hoping for a nomination, but
hell yeah, dude. But yeah, man. So is that something that like you guys submitted, or is that something that like you just heard about one day? Like, how did you find out about that?
Honestly, I don't even know, to be real. But like
I feel it.
The label just was like, look who got into the first round of, you know, like considerations, you know, for the Grammys for
dude.
And then sitting I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I seen that shit because I was like, that's crazy for fucking like anybody, but like let alone like a metal band or like trap metal, like that's fucking that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it is crazy for sure. It's definitely nuts.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then also that TikTok with Papa Roach.
Oh yeah, that was great too. Yeah,
dude, how was that? Like having like those legends just be like, hey, bam.
Yeah, it was crazy too because it was like that, and then the day the Papa Roach thing happened, we were at a NASCAR event because we had a car there. We like sponsored one of the cars there. So like
right.
Chris Hacker. Yeah, I saw that.
So, yeah. We were there. And then our manager was like, "Yo, look what just happened," and I was like, "Holy shit!" You know, like
that's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy, and it was like so random because like we've never talked to like any of those guys, and it was just like so cool and shit. You know,
right?
Wow, like, all right, like that was awesome. You know, but
hell yeah.
Nah, you know, I just feel really, really lucky and blessed, and you know, just I'm just enjoying it, you know what I mean? And I'm
for
trying
sure
to, you know, help people and also make a living, and you know, like it's been a fun experience, you know. It's I'm thankful for it. I'm grateful for it, man. It's been a cool ride so far.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm stoked to hear that. It's super super awesome to see you guys blowing up like as much as you have, even just over the last year alone. You know what I mean?
It's been crazy, dude.
It's been fucking insane. Like,
Man,
just
we've been
touching on that a little bit. Like, you guys just played Gathering of the Juggalos recently, and you guys had fucking Chris Hansen introduce you.
Yeah, bro.
How the fuck did that like? That's
Bro.
not anything I would ever put together. And then when I
Dude,
seen it, I was just like, perfect.
Dude, it
Perfect.
was so random because he was hosting the gathering that day.
Oh shit!
I don't know if it was the whole thing, but it was that day. And he was just announcing the bands before they came on. You know, he would give a little bio, like what they were, who they were, what they're about. You
For
know?
sure.
But bro, we talked to like him and his wife and took pictures with them, and he followed Eddie on Instagram and like all of his pictures now.
I seen that video that Eddie posted up with him and Chris Hansen. I was like, oh fuck yeah.
And it's funny because we always would like make jokes about Chris Hansen because of like the Boondocks episode that he's
yeah.
call him like Chris Handsome, you know, and shit like that. So no, he's like the nicest person in the world. But yeah, the gathering was crazy, bro. Like they're just going crazy, you know, and when we were playing and it was sick, and like I mean the gathering is like an experience, bro. Even if you're not and you're just there, like it's a life experience, bro. Like,
that is what I've heard from a couple homies that have been.
Bro. I want to play it every fucking year, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
It was nuts because they were going crazy and they fucking threw like 3 2-liter bottles of Fago and it like hit our drummer with 2 of them and like his shit out of the way.
Right.
There was Fago all over the drum set, on our laptop, on our fucking
damn.
hands. And I was like, all right, so we're covering our shit with plastic next year.
Oh, for sure.
We played it in 2019, but we were still like so small.
Right.
You know, we didn't have like a super dope time slot or anything, but
for sure,
it was still dope, you know. We got to go there. This last time was crazy. Like that was like way different, you know.
Yeah, I seen like the videos that you posted. I seen a couple videos that some other artists posted. And then I seen a video that fucking Steve-O posted from the gathering this last year too.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, dude, I need to get there next year for sure.
Yeah,
that shit just looks insane.
Yeah, everyone needs to go at least once.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Definitely need to do that for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take you with.
Yeah, you do.
And then speaking of other accomplishments, I did see that you did get 3 Billboard chart hits. So then 44 for current hard music, 76 for top new artists, and 154 for top current albums. Like, how does it feel actually seeing your name on those charts? Because I know you probably looked at it.
It's crazy, honestly. Like, it's always the stuff that you hope for, you know. And then when we took it to radio too, we topped out at number 33 on Active Rock, so that was sick too. That was like one that I was super proud of because that shit's just hard, man. But and there's so many charts, you know, like you start realizing that when you get into this is like there's so many different charts. But no, it's definitely crazy, and especially like the company that it's there with, you know, it'll be like you know, it's all these other crazy artists that are like huge and shit, and you're just like, damn, we're out here.
Right.
It's very reaffirming, you know. It just lights more fuel on the fire.
Oh, for sure.
I mean? It's like, all right, cool. Because like with me, it's like a blessing and a curse, but I'm like never satisfied, you know. It's just like cool, I'll relish in it, I'll celebrate it, but then I'm like, how do I double it? Or like how do I know what's next? You know what I mean? Like how do I top this? You know, I'm always trying to just top ourselves, you know, and like but the higher the bar gets, the more stressful that becomes. But yeah, no, it's definitely that was crazy though. Definitely was nuts.
Hell yeah, man. But just jumping back, so like being back on tour and everything right now, being able to tour with the album. Do you guys have any crazy tour stories that you can talk about?
Yeah. Dude, there's like so many things. It's like well, I remember not on one of the tours that we went on post-COVID, but there was one pre-COVID where this like homeless guy came up to us and was like, "You guys want to do spiritual cocaine?" Snorting like imaginary cocaine, and then
Oh shit!
then he asked one of us for like a drink of our drink, and we're like, "Dude, we'll like buy you a drink, but I don't want to like share this, you know?"
Right,
like,
right.
That's kind of weird, but so
If
that
you
was
come from
weird.
Arizona, like you don't offer anyone your drink. Like it's
Nah.
No, and we were like I think it was Poughkeepsie, New York. We were at, and yeah, it was just super weird. But then oh, dude, we saw a dead bear on the side of the road. This one of the
Oh
last
shit!
yeah, it was
Oh.
crazy. It was huge, bro. I was like, whatever hit that. I mean, like, where is it? You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Like, and why is the bear still there? But it was crazy,
For
dude.
sure.
It was
Damn.
massive, dude. Like massive. Like you think a deer is a good size when it's laying on the road. Like you see
Right.
that. Like, dude, it was nuts.
Was it an actual like adult bear?
Yeah, dude. It was
Oh
like
my
a
God.
big ass bear. It was huge.
That's insane,
Well,
dog.
because
Yeah.
like me and my buddy, we actually took a trip to California and we actually hit a juvenile bear on the way.
No, you
so
didn't.
like, yes, we
How
did.
sad.
Just
You
on
did.
the 10, just going, trying to see. Of course, it's back, way back. I was trying to see this girl who lived in California, so I was just like, all right, let's go. On the way, passing Ontario, sure as shit, we hit the bear. It
Yeah.
almost makes my airbag go off, and it's not like it's a
Damn.
small like Honda Civic, so you can kind
Yeah.
of imagine.
Yeah, that's
So
a
then
significant impact.
For
the
sure.
cops show up and they're like, "Hey, what happened?" And we're like, "I think we hit a bear." So they're like, "All right, stay here. Hold on. Let me go back and let me go check it out." Sure as shit. 10 minutes later, the cop comes back and he's like, "You hit a fucking bear. It's a juvenile
That's
bear."
that is insane.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience for sure.
We're gonna use that clip for the podcast for sure. Dubs murders a bear.
No,
Yeah.
don't do that.
You do.
But circling back, I know you said you did have a marketing background. How is that company that you started, Push Digital?
Yeah, push digital
marketing?
marketing. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
stands? I do like the model that you have. It looks like you do like to invest into your clients as well.
For sure,
So
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely wanted to know like the differences that you put like towards your clients than other kind of like companies, and then how you like balance it out with your music and stuff.
Yeah, so like, one thing I'm big on is like I try to put the power in their hands. So like there are some people that are like, yo, I don't have time, just set this shit up and do it. But then there's people that want to learn things too. So like I'll
Yeah.
hop on calls and be like, here's what I do to set this up, and I'll get on weekly consultations and just educate people. You know what I mean? And
Oh yeah.
I think another big thing is like I focus a lot on like the brand and like the personality of the band. And I try to bring that to the forefront and do a lot of like organic things, like just creating evergreen content. So just content you can post year round. You can post it a year from now, 2 years from now. It's always going to be good to use. But like just
Hell yeah.
flexing the personality of the band. Like who are you guys and why should people care? I feel like that's almost more important than the music itself. Ironically,
No,
people
I
are
feel
just
it.
so visual. People are so visual, especially now. And you got to get used to making content. It's not just about, you can't just go and be a musician. Like you got to be like so many other things.
For sure.
And whether that's good or bad, I mean, it is what it is. It's
Yeah.
like you either adapt or you just get lost in the sauce.
For sure.
But yeah, I would say that's like a big difference, at least on the artist side of things. I mean, I work with businesses too, and I'm a marketing director at a couple of different tech companies. But on the music side of things, so I would say that's how the difference I would usually approach that.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And then do you just focus on like a specific genre, or do you like just do all of it?
I can work with just about anything. However, I will say typically it's a lot of metalcore and hip hop clients that just wind up coming. You know what I mean? Like I've worked with genres too, but like 90% or more is like hip hop and metal
Okay.
or rock, you know.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, I would also say too, just taking from what you said about like how you kind of operate with Push Digital. Um, so I can kind of see how you guys also use that, or you specifically too, in Dropout Kings too on your social platforms. You got all your TikTok, you got, especially on Instagram is where I see you guys most. But I always see you guys in the comments, you commenting on other people's stuff, just like
Yeah.
really building that connection with your fan base. And that's something
Yeah.
that I think makes you guys stand out like way ahead of a lot of other brands.
I appreciate that feedback too, because it honestly helps me too. Because like,
Yeah,
that's another thing I try to tell bands too is like gather end user responses. You know,
for
like
sure.
sometimes when you're marketing your band, you get stuck in the mindset of marketing your band. Like for instance, like I'll be like, I want to funnel resources into Spotify, you know,
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, because I think that's where people are coming from. But sometimes you can ask your fans like, how'd you guys find out about us, dude? Sometimes you'd be surprised at the answers, you know, and they're like, oh, TikTok, you know, and there's an overwhelming response of TikTok. You're like,
For sure.
I guess I need to invest more in TikTok. So it helps when you say like, I see you commenting on stuff, I see you this and that, and then like Instagram, you know, it helps me because I'm like, well, if that's how they're seeing me, I should do more of that. You know what I mean? But
For
yeah,
sure.
commenting on people's shit is like a big one. You know, just
Hell
keeping
yeah.
the engagement going, like posting open-ended questions. You know, like diving
Exactly.
into stuff of things. You know,
For sure.
it's important. You know, just staying in the mix. You know, it's you know, I mean, marketing at its core is just psychology. You know, so you got to get the psychology of the audience. Like, what do they want to see? You know, and I feel like it's come down to they want you to be relatable. You know, they want to know that you're a person like them, and you know that's
Exactly.
why tabloids are so huge. You know,
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
damn, this guy fucking crashed his car. You know, like he's
Right.
I did that once. You know, I mean, celebrities can crash their cars too. You know,
Right.
it's that whole you know, that whole dynamic,
that whole stigma, the whole
Right.
stigma that's there. It's like celebrities can't do no wrong, and then they're like, how dare they? But it's like, no, they're people too.
Right, but it's all about that relatability thing, you know, and I feel like that's important, and I always try to, you know, have that, especially with like Dropout King stuff, you know.
For sure. Another thing too, man. I've noticed that you guys, a lot of people might not know this, but you guys have a huge, like, you guys are a huge part of the Arizona cannabis community. You guys do a bunch of different like weed events and stuff like that. And that's really crazy too, especially for like a band or like especially metal bands. They're not really not not really associated with weed or anything like that. You know what I mean? So, what kind of made you guys want to do that?
I mean, you know, I'm like, I try to look at the band as a business. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I mean, and it is that, you know, so I try to integrate with other companies, you know, and I mean, think about looking at it from a business perspective, look at the market cap alone of the marijuana industry. The market cap is huge, you know.
Oh, so for sure, dude, and growing.
Trying to get endorsements, yeah, and you're like trying to get endorsements, and it diversifies the ability for you to get that. I mean, the weed thing already fits with our branding, so it only makes sense, you know. And we're into that. On top of that, we love it, and I mean, like my girlfriend works at a dispensary, and you know, like we're in that world. You know what I mean? So it only made sense, you know. And like I said, it just opens you up for more endorsement opportunities, cross promotion opportunities. I mean, one thing too that I talk to about these weed companies is like a lot of them can't advertise on Facebook and stuff like that. So like working with us, it kind of gives a way to do that without running ads. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, that's really smart.
Thank you, man. Yeah,
Of course. Yeah, dude, because even just having like a weed related brand, like we don't post a ton of weed shit on there, but we still get problems with fucking Facebook and Instagram and shit. So yeah, that's really cool. And it's always super cool to see you guys out there just fucking having a blast and fucking smoking it up with everyone. You know?
Yeah, thanks. We like hosted a joint rolling and blunt rolling contest at Cannabis.
Yeah, we were supposed to be there this year, but fucking we weren't able to make that deadline in time. But next year for sure.
Yeah,
For
next
sure.
year pull up for sure. We had like a 60-gram joint going. It was
hell
like
yeah.
an arm, and it was cool too because the cops that were all over the place and people were just blazing and like
hell yeah.
fine with it, you know, like it was
right.
You know, there's like 6 cops. They'd walk through like fat clouds of smoke, and they're just like, but they loved it. You know, they're like, no one's trying to fuck with me here. Like,
exactly.
like doing their thing. You know, like,
right.
And you know what I feel like the big thing is there's no alcohol there, so like there was no combo of that or like it's just weed. Like everything was chill. Like one person got dehydrated, but it's fucking Arizona, you know.
Right.
Like, and that was all that happened. You know, like that was all that happened was a girl got dehydrated. She was fine, got attention immediately. You know, and I mean that was the worst thing that happened. You know, everyone got vaccinated or had to have a vaccination. So like, you know, it was all good there. And yeah, man. I mean, it was sick. You know.
Hell yeah, dude.
Right there. So yeah, man, it was dope. It was
Fuck
a
yeah.
good I want to do part of that for sure.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Shout out to the homies at Trap Culture also for always putting on fucking dope ass events.
And Mad Terps Labs and Marijuana Nurse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Marijuana
Gotta love. And Marijuana Doctor too. Fuck yeah. Love them.
Do you happen to remember the first time you smoked? Do you happen to?
I remember it actually vividly. I talk about it a lot somehow. But,
hell yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. So like I remember it was either I think it was summer of freshman year. I was staying the night at my friend's house and it was me and 2 of my friends. They're like my best friends. And
oh yeah.
Our friend LaShawn stole weed from his mom. And
oh,
then
shit.
We smoked that and then we had my other friend's mom's roommate buy us a pipe. And then we went to, there's a park across the street and it was like fucking midnight or like 1 a.m. We went across the street, went into the bathroom and smoked it there. And it took me like fucking 4 bowls to get high, actually.
Oh yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I have my girlfriend has a theory on that more specifically. I'll get into that. But so yeah, so we were just smoking, and then finally I started getting high, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And I was like super disoriented. Like everything was like, I mean, I wasn't like hallucinating, but I definitely was having like visualization changes and like
right.
Raging. Like it looked like someone had flashcards of images, were just like memories.
Oh shit!
And so like we walk out of the fucking bathroom, and there's a fucking cop right there.
Oh,
like
fuck.
Up from far away, and he didn't see us, so we like dipped and hid for a second.
Right.
Because we were like fucking 14, you know, and then
yeah.
And then then it was all good, and we made it to the house, and then I remember we were fucking just laughing, hysterically, crying, laughing, like it was everything was hilarious, and I couldn't stop thinking about Grimace from McDonald's for some reason, the big purple dude.
Yeah. Grimace. What did he ever do?
Stop thinking about it, and it would crack me up like every time.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so that was my first weed story. And then after that, I was like, bro, we gotta do Salt Time. Like,
dude, I feel like that was me at 15 too. That's about when I was 15, I smoked for my first time, and pretty much like after that, I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like, let's just do this constantly, bro. Fucking sneaking off campus at school and shit. Go to Red Mountain Park and blaze up.
Yeah,
fucking
dude,
crazy.
My girl is saying too, she thinks like because like humans have cannabinoid receptors that just lay dormant in your body, you have them naturally occurring, right? But like it's like a muscle, right? You don't use it it's it gets lost a little bit, right? So
Yeah.
like you start smoking for the first time, you're activating it, so it takes a while for you to like actually get it activated enough to start feeling the effects. You know what I mean?
Yo, you know what? That would actually make sense too, dude.
Right?
Because like I've
Yeah.
heard from a lot of people like, oh, I didn't get high my first time
How
smoking
many
and shit
people
like
have you heard
that.
say that, right? So many.
Fucking hundreds, bro.
So many.
Hundreds.
So many. And I
Crazy.
mean, I had the same experience, you know. I mean, I was like, I wasn't getting high, but I'm like, I'm not leaving here till I'm high.
Dedicated.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it, man. Hell yeah.
And do you have any thoughts on like it being legalized here in AZ now? Like,
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the rec laws and
Yeah,
stuff
my
like that?
thoughts are it's about fucking time, dude.
Hell yeah.
You know what's funny? It's like one of my English finals or something. Or no, you know what it was? It was history. I wrote a paper on how I thought that cannabis was gonna become America's next cash crop, like it was like tobacco was, you know,
Yeah.
Oh,
today,
okay.
you know, and I wrote like this whole fucking paper on it. But now it's just cool seeing it, you know, like and then seeing CannaFest happen, you know, and just like, dude, it's came such a long way. But it's like, dude, it's a fucking plant that could grow in the crack of a fucking sidewalk if you
Right.
you know what I
Oh,
mean?
for
It's
sure.
like, it's like getting mad about somebody having like fucking a bag of tea, you know, like it's the same fucking same thing.
And the
dude.
amount of like, benefits that it gives.
Yeah,
and that
that's
it's
what
done. Like
that's ultimately why. I mean, you can't make intellectual property out of a lot of that stuff. You can't patent it, you know. So like, it makes sense why it's shunned. You know what I mean?
For sure. For sure.
But it is what it is.
I feel it, man. Yeah. And dude, we're our first year of fucking like rec legalization. And we're already doing badass events like fucking CannaFest and shit. I can't wait
That's
to
what I'm
see like
saying, man.
where it fucking goes the next 10 years, you know?
It's
Crazy.
it's gonna be massive, bro.
Shit's gonna be popping out here,
We're
man.
only scratching the surface, man. And now AC's like, I mean, Phoenix is like a mini LA, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, it is.
For sure.
So many people walking around.
Hell yeah. On that weed subject though, man, and going back, like you guys have collabed with different fucking like brands and companies that people wouldn't normally expect you to. NASCAR, fucking CannaFest. Would you guys ever fucking put out like your own Dropout Kings like weed collab?
We're trying. We
Hell
want,
yeah.
we wanna make that happen like really bad.
Fuck yeah, man. What kind of smoke would you want it to be, bro?
I would definitely want it to be like I would like it to be an indica, but maybe a hybrid, you know.
I like it. I like it.
But I prefer indicas just because I got anxiety problems and like sometimes
Same here.
some strains of sativas will just fuck with me.
Dude,
And
I am
then
the
all of a
same
sudden,
fucking way.
Yeah, and all of a sudden I'm sitting in a room and I'm like, everyone hates you, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like this dumb shit, you know.
Dude, dead
But
ass, yes.
because it really helped with that. It really helped with it. Because before I was like, I don't want to be down. I want to be up. Like I'm trying to do shit. But like the indicas they don't really make me super tired, but I do get like relaxed. But I feel like I'm so high strung most of the time. I need that in my life.
Dude, that's my thing as well. Like I'll smoke indicas. Like sometimes I'll hit some sativa here and there, but like you said, like some of them will just fuck my anxiety up. Like bad, dude. Like terrible.
I don't want to get scared high. That's
scared
high.
Yeah, that's the word.
That's like not even fun high anymore. It's just like, damn, I just want to fucking sit in my room and curl up in a ball
heart
type
attack,
shit.
uncomfortable, paranoid high.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
Hell yeah, man.
But I mean, that's it for me. What about you?
I got one more question for you, man, on my end. So just traveling state to state and shit. In your opinion, what state do you feel has the best fucking weed?
Good question. I mean, Colorado never fails, and neither does Oregon. California, I mean, that's always classic.
This is true.
I mean,
if you had to narrow it down,
that's hard, man. I feel like it would be between California and Colorado.
I like it. I like the
Yeah,
decision.
I'd probably lean more California though, to be honest. I know it sounds basic because we're like right by it, but then like
Right.
people on the East Coast are like, "How's California?" You know what I mean? That
Yo,
like
that's true.
fire. They have that shit down to a fucking micro science.
dude, they've
literally.
had that down for fucking years, and now they
Yeah, I
just
mean,
keep
they're
fucking innovating too. And I'm just
yeah,
like,
they've had
wow,
such a head start, you know,
for sure.
on the whole thing. But yeah, definitely Cali, I would say.
It's all right. We're coming back up.
Oh
It's
yes,
all right. Arizona's coming up. Don't worry.
hell yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, we're coming up.
We out here. But yeah, man, I don't want to keep you too much longer here. But I know you have a couple shows coming up as well. Do you want to plug those shows, man?
Yeah, man. December 3rd, HRH or SRH Fest. That's gonna be at Soma in San Diego. It's like Head PE, like Whitney Payton, like
Hell
Chucky
yeah.
Chuck, like ton of
shit.
suburban noise artists, and then that'll be the same show, same package. SRH Fest, December 4th, Marquee Theater here in Tempe. And yeah, that's pretty much all we got for now. And
Fuck yeah, man.
shit, and hope to have that out pretty soon. But
Sick,
yeah,
man.
we're working.
Hell yeah. Well, I cannot wait to fucking hear the new music you guys got coming out, man.
I'm
So
Definitely want to
be
try
on
to
it.
make it out to the show at the Marquee. That'd be
Dude, come
fucking
by,
dope.
please. Come
Hell
by.
yeah, man. Love
It'd be
to.
It'd be a good fucking time, man.
Fuck yeah. We'll hit you guys up before the show or something like that if we make it down, man, for sure.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. But before you go, any words for the fans watching, man? Anything you want to say to them?
Yeah, bro, get up and get this bread. You know what I mean? Seize the day, every opportunity. You know, like don't worry about yesterday's bullshit, tomorrow's bullshit. Worry about today and what you're gonna do, and get it how you live. And you know, I mean, if you just really visualize what you want out of life, and you're like obsessively determined, it'll happen. 100%. And I'm living proof of that. You know, it's just
Mhm.
you put yourself out there, and if the bus is about to come by, you better be there for it, because the next bus might not come for like, you know, another 5 years or something sometimes.
For sure.
But yeah, that's what I would say, bro.
Hell yeah, man. I love it, bro. I love it.
Yeah.
Adam, thank you again for taking time out of your day to do this shit, man. Really appreciate
you guys
it.
having me, man. Good
Of
convo.
course. Hell yeah, man. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day, man.
You too.
Peace
All
out,
right.
bud.